Merry Meet YouTuber. This is Theladygravedancer, and I am a host here on Witches of the Moon. Normally you see me on Sunday, but this week I am here on Wednesday. This week's topic is on children and paganism. So I'm assuming it means how we're raising our children in the path and things like that. So if any of you watch my other channel, you know that I'm very open to my children's beliefs, and I'm very open to whatever path that they feel open to. My house is actually a very diverse house. You walk in and you will see an area for my husband, because he's Catholic, and my middle son, who is 13, he's Christian. And then my oldest son, I don't think he's really found, he knows he's not Christian, but he's not really found what he wants to do, because he's always been visited by spirits, and he helps cross over children, and he helps me with house cleansings, but he doesn't want to practice witchcraft. And I told him those are two totally separate things. They have nothing to do with one another, so he's really not sure where he's going to go. My youngest child, I think he's just kind of trying to figure stuff out. His biggest problem is when we die, are we going to see each other again? So that, you know, that's something that I come across with him. As far as raising the kids, being a pagan mother and raising my children, do I force things on them? No, not at all. Do they do practices with me? Yes, they do, by their own choice. I offer it, and if they want to, then they do. I remember my brother had asked me once. It's very confusing for me why my brother can't accept this path, since he was raised in it as well. But then when he was 16 and he got sent to Mississippi, his way of life changed, which is great for him. It works for him. So I'm not even going to get on the subject with him. But when I came back out into the open and everything, his question to me was, are you... I want to word it right, because this is a Christian talking to me here. He said, are you teaching that shit to your kids? Well, excuse me. Yes. Are you reading the Bible to your kids? You know, it's like that question. His beliefs are different from mine, where he forces his child to read the Bible. He forces them to pray, which means the prayers are meaningless. You know, prayer should be very intimate and wanted, not where every single night you have to pray. Well, if you have to pray, then it's not coming from the heart, then is it? With my kids, they do it when they want to do it. You know, my middle son, 13-year-old, he likes to pray over dinner at Thanksgiving. I stand with him and I bow my head and I pray with him, thanking for all the foods. He may be thanking Jesus, where I'm thanking a different deity, but we're still accepting of each other's beliefs. And I always will be there with my kids and open to whatever way their path takes them. And I think that's very important, because when you force things on children, they get resentful. It's like, you know, you're made to go to school, so you don't like to go to school. You're made to do your chores, so you don't like to do your chores. You know, the only thing that I'm forceful with my kids is I make it mandatory that one day a week we play a board game all together. It's just, you know, that's just for family time and stuff though. So, but raising my kids being pagan, are they being raised in paganism? Absolutely. Because I teach them everything that I'm doing. I don't force it on them. Sometimes I will be in my room doing workings, and one or two, it's usually the two younger ones, and then the big one, they're like their own posse, they're separate. They'll come in and, you know, what are you doing, Mom? And I'll explain it to them. You know, if I'm doing something they can't be in, the door's locked. But for the most part, you know, I don't do a lot of that big stuff in the house. So, and I explain it to them, and I let them take over. You know, anything from grinding herbs to enchanting herbs. I'm gonna tell you, get a little child to put some love into some herbs and you'll feel it. You'll feel it. But I don't know a lot that I can say. I just live and respect my kids' beliefs, and I educate myself in their beliefs. If they come to me with something else, something I don't know about, I will educate myself on it so I can help them through their path. You know, my middle son being Christian, it's a little easier for me to explain stuff to him because I have read the Bible and I have tried to live that path. You know, yeah, it wasn't but for a few months, but I did, so I am knowledgeable of what the Bible is stating. So when he asks me questions, I'm able to answer it, and I answer it to your Bible says, and I'll tell him where and what it says and what the beliefs are. I don't make it as if it's coming straight from me like that's my belief, but I do let him know that this is what they're believing, this is what it is, and I don't bash his beliefs or anything like that. It's weird. You got to see it. You just kind of got to be there. You can tell that I answer it in a loving manner, but you can also tell that it's not my beliefs, but in a loving way. I don't know how to explain it. Being Catholic, my husband being Catholic, I had to, you know, learn on that and how that works. And I was surprised to see how much Catholics actually do ritual and stuff like that. That's another topic, excuse me. Because I'm thinking that my youngest, he is probably going to be a Catholic witch. It's just that just looks like where he's going with it. My oldest, I think he is going to be, I don't want to say atheist, but it just looks like that's where he's heading, and that's fine. If that, you know, makes him happy, then so be it. And whatever I can help them learn, I will read books for them. I will talk to people for them to get the knowledge that they need and that they're desiring. And at the same time, I'm not changing my ways and hiding anything from them. And when they want to intervene in what I'm doing, and I do ask them if I'm gonna go do, you know, like for llamas, you know, my little ones, they didn't want any part of it. They did help make some corn dollies, but you know, my oldest wanted to actually go to the ritual with me, and we went. It was his first taste of beer. He's 18, and I've never allowed him to drink alcohol, but since it was a celebration and everybody got it was part of the ritual. But I told him, I said, for this purpose, you can have a drink. And he took a drink, and the face he made, it was hilarious, but he enjoyed it. I just don't know where he's gonna go with everything. I think he was amused by it all. I don't think he actually felt what he should have felt there. But he does like to see, I think he likes to be educated and everything as well. That way he can answer questions about his mommy when he gets a question, because he does get questioned about me. So I think he just likes to know everything. You know, so I invite my kids to do stuff when we're doing stuff. You know, Christmas, we still call Christmas in the house. I usually will write it out Xmas. Yule just doesn't stick in with the kids, which is fine, you know, and I know what I'm celebrating. They know what they're celebrating, and that's great. You know, we just do our thing. I think they're pretty understanding about Halloween, how important that is, and the reasonings now. I include my kids in everything that they want to be part of. I invite them into everything, and if they don't want to, then I don't make them, because it's pointless. So, yeah, I mean, I wish there was a camera and y'all come follow me around for a week, non-stop, so you can see. We'll go for a walk, and the kids will find something, and they'll say, you want to put this for, you know, Hecate like this, and or can we put this on the ancestor altar, or, it's got loud, didn't it? Sorry, I got loud. You know, or my other altar. My kids do know of my other altar that I don't show, and know who and what it's about, because it's in their home. And that what is with that altar is actually have been communicating with my oldest son. Oh, that's another story. So it's just really fun to see them interact with what they believe in and what I believe in, and it just works. Our house, it just works. I mean, I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it, because it just works. It works out the way It needs to be because we love each other and we respect each other, and you know, at the end of the day, we're family and we love each other. So to each its own, right? Yeah, I don't know. I guess if I had any advice to give on raising children in paganism is, don't force it on them. Educate them, and if they have any interest in other beliefs, support them. You know, be the mother or the father that you're supposed to be, and guide them, and just be honest about what you do and respect what they believe in. That's the best thing that I can say. Yeah, I don't know how helpful this was, because it's like, for me, it just is. It's just the way of life for us. So, but anyways, I find it fun whenever we go outside and my kids refer to the moon as a her, and I think that's pretty cool. And the sun, they'll refer to it as him if it's hot. They'll say, boy, he's shining hard today, you know. So it's like we intervene all of our beliefs, and it just works. Yeah, I don't know. Wish y'all could follow me around for a week or so with the camera so you can see exactly what we're doing. I give y'all tidbits and stuff, and you can kind of see it on my channel. If you look at the vlogs on Theladygravedancer, you'll see a lot of interaction with the kids and things that I do. But yeah, okay. I'm rambling now because I could talk about my kids all day. So thanks for watching, and go check out my channel if you haven't already subscribed, Theladygravedancer. And look for Erin this Sunday, because she will be Sunday this week. I think this is the only time that we're switching. Had stuff going on and we needed to switch. And I'm sorry that I wasn't here last week, but I had to get another camera. Stuff happens. Sorry. And I will see y'all guys next week. Thanks for watching, and as always, blessed be. Bye.